What's going on, everybody? My name is Eason, and welcome back to another video. And today, guys, we're going to be getting topic 5.1 for AP Comparative Government and Politics. And we're going to be starting our last unit of the course. Yay! And this video is a huge introduction because this unit very much has a correlation, and I had no idea what I was saying there. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking about that, and we're actually going to get into the content now. So this topic 5.1 is an intro to the impact of global economic and technological forces. So let's start with economic globalization, and this includes economic networks that are growing more interconnected, a worldwide market with actors unconstrained by political borders, and a reduction in state control over economies. And this has deepened cross-national connections among workers, goods, and capital, and has caused challenges for regime and cultural stability. And we're going to be learning about this all throughout the unit, so you have a very clear understanding of it by 5.9. One thing I'll say now is that the world economies are more interconnected and dependent on one another than ever. So if one economy, let's say China, collapses, their production is going to decline, so exports are to decline in China, and imports are going to decline in other countries, like the United States and Mexico, and their economies are also going to decline, and so on. It's a big effect thing right there. There's also been less state control over economies, and the spread of good ideas and technologies are also associated with globalizations, and this is often associated with multinational corporations. With globalization, we've seen the rise of multinational corporations, which I'm sure you are very familiar with if you own an iPhone. These are corporations that operate and are registered in multiple countries at the same time, like Apple does. They increasingly dominate global markets and pose challenges to, and sometimes conflict with, domestic economic conditions as they barge into a country with all their money and stuff, providing great competition for local corporations. There's also conflict with policies regarding labor, the environment, land rights, taxation, and the budget. Neoliberalism, which we're also going to learn more about, is a promotion of market-oriented policies and privatization of businesses over government control and the nationalization of businesses. Government involvement in the economic sector shrieks of neoliberalism. Neoliberalism has spread with globalization, and both of them can cause various effects, like increased demands by civil society groups, as they may want the government to take a stand and do more stuff. We can also see protests by students and disenfranchised groups. Remember that ideas spread with globalization. This can lead to arrests of protests and the imposition of social media restrictions, aka China. Finally, we may see the empowerment of once marginal nationalist and populist groups that blame the government for change in culture and economic conditions. However, do you remember what I said about neoliberalism removing government intervention and role in the economy and their control over economic conditions? Yeah. So finally, let's learn about some organizations. State membership in the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and World Trade Organization. They've all promoted economic liberalization policies. So let's go through these individually. They are very comparable to each other. The International Monetary Fund works to foster global monetary cooperation and facilitate trade and no poverty and economic growth that is also sustainable. In Russia and Mexico, they've required some policy changes to receive financial assistance. And we'll learn more about how they do this in 5.5. The World Bank is similar with wanting to achieve sustainable economic growth and production in its countries. They provide financial and technical assistance, but in Nigeria, they have required policy changes to receive financial assistance. In Nigeria, they have helped to diversify the economy's revenue through non-oil sectors. Finally, the World Trade Organization. It's there to support trade and make sure it's fair and smooth and efficient. It has helped to develop rules of trade for this purpose. It's given China and other countries access to more market and access to global trade, which in return has boosted their economy tremendously. But like in Nigeria, China has also had to make some policy changes to join. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. It's free. It really does help me out. In the next video, we're going to cover some more liberalization and some responses to the global economic forces. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.